Good morning, students of class 10. Today I am here, as you will see, with a new chapter. Unfortunately or fortunately, the chapter that we were doing last, that is the blue bead, happens to be knocked out of your syllabus. So we thought it's best not to continue with the blue bead, since you all will not be attempting it in your board exams. So rather than complete that chapter, I decided to go on with the next chapter. That is, we'll still continue with short stories, but so our next story is the story number 9, which the name My Greatest Olympic Prize. So this story, My Greatest Olympic Prize, is an autobiography by one of history's most famous Olympian by the name of Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens till today is remembered for his world record long jump. He was a long jumper, and till lately no one was able to beat or break his record. This entire story, being an autobiography, is narrated by Jesse Owens himself. So I will just start with an introduction to this particular story, and would like to also tell you all about this particular author, Olympian, great sports personality by the name of Jesse Owens. So I'm starting from page number 103. So Jesse Owens, the son of a sharecropper and grandson of a slave. Now he belonged to the slave dynasty, American slave dynasty. Achieved what no Olympian before him had accomplished, and what he did in the 1936 Olympics was and has never been achieved by any Olympian till date. So, his stunning achievement of 4 gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin. Remember the date, 1936, and the date is significant in the sense that if you see, 1936 was the period between the two great world wars, and the 1936 Olympic was being held in Germany, and at that time Hitler, the most famous Nazi ruler, was ruling Germany. So here we have this slave achieving what no other athlete in the history of the Olympic has achieved, and he did not win 1 gold medal, 2 gold medal, 3 gold medal, but in the same Olympic he achieved the feat of winning 4 gold medals. His 4 gold medals were the 100 meters, the 200 meters, the long jump, and the relay for the US team. So, the 1936 Olympics in Berlin had made him the best remembered athlete in Olympic history. The following is a true story. Now, being an autobiography, it is a true story. Whatever is given is the God truth, given by Jesse Owens. So, the following is a true story of a friendship between two great athletes that burgeoned during the 1936 Berlin Summer Olympics. And as luck would have it, in this story we are shown how sportsmen who have the true feeling of sportsmanship could be of help to each other and could benefit each other by their acts of kindness. So Hitler had spread the myth that one ethnic group was superior to all others, and at that time, since Germany was being ruled by Hitler, Hitler had this in his mind that the German race belonged to the Aryan race, and the Aryan race he felt was the most superior race in the entire world. That was the belief of Hitler, and he believed that no other race could defeat the Aryan race as far as sports and athletics were going. So Hitler had spread the myth. Myth is this false propaganda or false belief among people that one ethnic group was superior to the all others, and refused to acknowledge that a black man could ever be successful. And he was dead against blacks. And he, in his mind, was sure that his athlete from Germany would not be defeated by the American blacks. And he had that confidence in him. This affected African American track and field athlete Jesse Owens so badly that he almost failed to qualify the long jump final. Now, this was playing on Jesse Owens' mind when he went to Berlin to win his medals. And this belief of Hitler that the blacks are inferior to the German whites was playing on Jesse Owens' mind. He wanted in his heart of heart, in his mind, to prove Hitler wrong. So he tried his best, and sometimes it is said very truly that an angry athlete makes mistakes. And because of this anger, because of this frustration that was building in Jesse Owens' system, he nearly made a mistake. But for the timely help of a white German sportsman. Okay? So, Jesse Owens so badly that he almost failed to qualify for the long jump final. Now, in these athletic competitions, there are qualifications. There, especially in the Olympics and in the Commonwealth Games and all these things, there are all types of activities there, and these athletes have to qualify. So to qualify for the long jump, an athlete had to jump over a certain mark, and that would give him automatic qualification. And at that time, Jesse Owens was the best long jumper in the entire world. Imagine, the best long jumper in the entire world. But when the qualification started and when he had to qualify, his first two jumps, he was so angry, he was so nervous, or whatever you could call it, that he was disqualified. He made mistakes, overstepping the mark, and he disqualified. And if he was disqualified in the third attempt, unfortunately, he would not go ahead with the next qualifications. So the third jump of Jesse Owens was a very important jump for him. If he failed or disqualified overstepping the mark, he would not jump in the finals or in the semi-finals. And if he qualified, that would go on to be something historic. Anyway, the situation almost failed. The situation seemed hopeless until his rival Louis Long. Now, after twice making mistakes in his first two jumps, he overstepped the mark by millimeters, but overstepping is overstepping, and he was shown the red flag. And he was so nervous at his third jump, and he was walking up and down by the side of the pit when this particular long jumper from Germany by the name of Louis Long, who was at that time jumping even more than Jesse Owens. This was Hitler's secret weapon. Hitler had not exposed Louis Long. Hitler had wrapped him up, sealed him up, kept him in his country, did not let Louis Long compete in any activity, in any sporting activity around the world. Hitler was so dominant. He wanted this to be a surprise package for Jesse Owens. But a true sportsman is a true sportsman, will remain a true sportsman. And Louis Long, when he found that this world record holder, the most famous, the most well-known athlete in history, was making a mistake and could, with his third jump, be out of the finals, Louis Long, being the true man he was, went over to Jesse Owens, patted him on his back, introduced himself, and calmed down Jesse Owens. First, he calmed him down. Then, he explained to Jesse Owens the mistake he was making. He guided him and he told him what should be done. Jesse Owens had no option but to follow the instructions of Louis Long. And the third jump that Jesse Owens jumped, he easily jumped over the qualification mark without stepping the board, without being disqualified. And the most happiest person out there on that particular day was Louis Long, for having helped a true sports person. So, the German athlete spoke to him encouragingly, giving Owens a tip that helped him qualify. Long knew that if Owens succeeded, it might jeopardize his chance of winning the gold. Now, Louis Long knew very well that if Jesse Owens did not qualify, he was a sure shot winning the gold medal for the long jump. But irrelevantly, he did not take that into consideration. He advised Jesse Owens and rectified his fault that he was committing repeatedly there. So, since they were competing against each other, nevertheless, Louis Long put winning a medal at risk and continued to urge Owens to try harder. It was this act of Louis Long that led Owens to first qualify. It was this kindness, this sportsmanship act that helped Jesse Owens qualify and go on, in fact, to win the gold medal in this particular event also. Then go on to win the medal and set a world record. His stunning achievement of four gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin has made him the best remembered athlete in Olympic history. Remember, these four events in the Olympics, the 100, the 200, the long jump and the relay, are the pet or the most sought after events in the athletic field. And Jesse Owens held the record for many years. And I think if you all do remember, another athlete by the name of Carl Lewis, again from America, happened to break the record of Jesse Owens, also winning 4 gold medals, but many years later. But Jesse Owens still had the world record for the long jump event. Okay. More importantly, it led to a lifelong friendship between the two men, which ended only when Long was killed in action. And this friendship that developed between Jesse Owens and Louis Long was not a friendship for a few days, was not a friendship for just for the sake of friendship. It was a friendship, a true friendship and an everlasting friendship. And as God would will it, unfortunately, when the Second World War took place, Louis Long had to join the army, and he was sent in the battle in the Second World War, and unfortunately he was there to lose his life and he was killed on the battlefield. But yet, even after his heroics, even after his achievement, this friendship remained, and Jesse Owens and Louis Long had an everlasting friendship. So this is just the introduction for today, my dear students. I have not yet even started the chapter. I have told you all the chapter briefly as a summary wise, and the next time we will start the actual chapter. So till then, good night, God bless.